going, everyone? So I'm heading down towards Lowestoft Pakefield at the moment. Gonna have a little wander, find somewhere to park, see what we got at the low tide mark. Yeah, I certainly did, Roger. Gotta pop in and say hello, drop a thumbs up. Hi friend and mate, how you doing? Alright, so where should we check out first? Dr. Frankenstein, how you doing? What's the tower? The tower, that's a water tower. Andy Tigger Fishing, how you doing? I think what we'll do first, while we're down this end, is we'll have a wander, go towards Pakefield, and we'll have a little look along there, shall we? Just good to look on the old low tide marks sometimes, because then you can work out gullies and stuff like that for when you're fishing it next. I do believe it's quite a low tide today, so it should show us some extra stuff hopefully. But I was down Lowestoft anyway, getting some parts, so I thought I'd have a little wander while I'm down here and make the most of it, being that far away from home and stuff. Hi Mick, how you doing, mate? Hope you're having a good day. I'll stick a head over the top of this one and just see what's what. And if we can't see much, then we'll wander a bit further up and jump out. As you can probably see from here, because it's low tide, the sandbanks are uncovered further out, creating waves. There's not a single person fishing down on the beach, which I'm quite surprised about. Oh, not around this side anyway. The bank is built up a lot steeper than what it was last time I came here, shingle wise. I'm going to go further around the other side, and then maybe we'll jump out and have a look there. There's a fair few people down the beach walking their dogs and stuff. Oh, there's one fisherman right down near the boats, but you ain't going to be able to see from here. I could just see his bivvy set up. You know, his tent. you're out shopping, are you? Yeah, you can always come down here and have a fish. Lowestoft most of the time kicks up a few fish. But if you let me know when you want to come down, I'll soon put you in the right areas on getting a few fish. But I'm sure I'll have a fish with you as well anyway. Right, let's pop into this one. Got an interesting VW down the end there. Every panel on it is a different colour. Look at that. Different, isn't it? It's one way to do it. So as you can probably see, tide's right down. No one seems to be fishing in the low tide. I don't know why. 3 hours down and down is always the tide to fish, if you ask me, but yeah, not so many there. Quite surprised actually. There's not one person there. I want to see the other side of this V-dub now, so I'm going to swim around on the end of this car park here. I want to see what colours on the other side. Just make sure there ain't nothing happening up this end as well. No, I can't see a lot. I can see all the way down to the pier. And there's no one fishing along this beach here anyway. No one fishes in between the old pier and the new pier, if that makes sense. There's 2 piers. Someone's sitting there in their Jeep here feeding the birds chips. There's 10 ton of birds there. And yeah, they're all V-dubs, all different colours apart from the roof. Interesting. If we head ourselves down towards the pier and that, we can actually park and jump out for a minute, have a little wander. We could also do the same down the Gorleston end. We can have a wander along that pier as well. But one thing at a time. Let's head down this way. I ain't got none of my cold weather gear or nothing with me, so yeah, no problem, Mick. I know we've got Shane out fishing and that, so that's not a problem. I just thought, while I'm down this way, I'd have a little look while I'm here. I was going to do it anyway, whether I went live or not. So I get moaned at if I don't take people down when I'm near water. I get messages in the background saying, oh, you were down there, you didn't show us. So I try to show everyone now as much as I can. I think over the years how many times I've visited riverbanks and the sea, the beaches, off camera. That'd be high thousands. Got some new camera equipment coming. Well, some of it's coming today, and there'll be more coming over the next week or so. So hopefully my videos and stuff are gonna become even better quality pictures and sound and stuff like that. And we're gonna go up a notch again, hopefully. Hi Jay, how you doing, mate? I'm just out down Lowestoft grabbing some parts for the new unit, and I thought while I'm near the beaches and that, I might as well have a wander, because I'm sort of an hour and a half away from home, so I might as well have a little look while I'm down here. see it. Shane was live and I popped in and give a thumbs up and stuff. Has he caught anything yet? I think he's going for place, isn't he? Yep, spot on, Roger. Low tide, but very low tides. So some, obviously you get really low tides at certain times of the year, and they show all sorts of things. If you remember where them gullies are, what I do is I actually take photos of them gullies and stuff and pinpoint them on the beach, so when the high tides are here, or the normal tides, I can fish straight in them gullies and stuff. Like I've got a favourite place down at Dunwich, where I fish, and that's right into a gully, and believe it or not, it's only like 30 yards out, 30 to 50 yards, depending on what tide you got, and everyone just casts right over it when they're there fishing, whereas I drop them just in front, just flicking the rod out. And well, you've seen in my videos, I think last time I went there we had 170 fish in a night. So your research and stuff like that definitely makes a big difference in your fishing. Fair enough, Jay. Just thought I'd pop in and give a thumbs up and that. That's a work day for me really, but I'll catch up a bit in a little while. It's a fair way from the house, so I thought I'd have a little look. I'm gonna get the old sea gear out again soon anyway. Hi Tasha, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I'm now about to pull up on the pier, and we'll have a little wander down the pier and back, I think, and cross onto the river. Hopefully it won't be too windy. Yeah, good luck with that, Tasha. Just think of it, you've only got to do it once, get it done and dusted, and you can relax a bit out of that. Hi Stephen, mate, how you doing? So we'll drive onto the pier and I'll show you the river bit where I fish. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully it's not too windy. There's a little bit of wind from what I can see, but nothing to worry about too much. Got the arcades in front of me, as you can see. They're actually open. There's one little door open. Next to me here, there's like fountains that the kids playing in the summer and stuff. Oh, they're actually doing some work on the pier by those things. Got diggers and stuff on here. I don't know what they're doing. I'm pretty sure we can still find somewhere to park. You'll actually be able to see the harbour and stuff today as well. Hi Big Dan, how you doing? Got a mountain of paperwork to do, have you? Yeah, lovely. There's a big hole in the middle of the pier. Don't know what they're doing there. But we'll park to the side and... Ooh, very interesting. Well, there's people fishing anyway, so that's a good start. There's a very big hole next to me on the pier here. Don't know what's happened, if part of it collapsed in a bad storm or something like that, or something's happened. There's some bad damage. The little beach to the right is all exposed. The rocks and everything are exposed, so let's get parked up and I can show you a bit more. There's 2 or 3 people fishing, which is probably about normal. It is low tide. Always we see them pull up a flatty or whiting or something like that. I've got no coat or nothing with me, which is a pain, but so it's an extra low tide here today, so we get to see stuff that we don't normally see. So let's jump out and find out. Hi KC, how you doing? Right, I'm going to just pull you out of the case and put you into another case. Just so I can keep the power going. Well, it's a little bit windy, but hopefully that's not too bad on the camera. That's what we're in today, the old mono. Make a nice photo, won't it? Get that there with all the boats in the background. Right, let's go for a wander. I ain't got me gimbal and stuff with me today, it's just handheld. But I'll do my best to keep it half steady. And there's all the boats sitting in the harbour. Big old ship moored up. It's been here a while now, this one. Every time I come fishing down, it's been there. Just trying to have a look sort of under the pier bits and that, see if I can see any mullet or anything swimming about. Or any bass or anything like that. That's the lifeboat station place there. And you've got all the rocks in front. These rocks down in front of us, down the bottom there, are normally covered in water. So you try and cast around the edge of them in the higher tides and that, and you end up in the middle of them. I bet there's loads of gear down there. I'm going to go down and find out, but I would guess that they're absolutely full of weights and stuff like that, and rigs. You can see down the side of the pier how much water's down. It's not normally that far down at all. That's the lowest I've seen it for quite a long time, to be honest. That must be one of the special tides. So this is where I normally park at night when I come on here to fish the river, which we're now walking down to. Hi Caroline, how you doing? This is the other end of the boatyard. A few little boats up the end there as well that have been out. I'm surprised they've been out in the water on them, but I suppose on a calmish day, it's not too bad. You wouldn't get me out there on my little zib, I don't think. Maybe a bigger one. So these railings here, this is literally where I park normally, right here where we are now. And I normally fish from these benches here into this river. Like I say, I've never seen that far down the wall. It's strange. But hopefully they finish the dredging and I'll be able to get back here soon and catch a few more fish. Out there is where I normally fish, in between them two concrete, whatever you want to call them, structures. And sort of in the middle of them there's a big hole. That seems to fish quite well for me. And then all the way down this river, right down to where all them ships are and stuff down there where the bridge lift up. That's all dug out for the big ships to come in, so you've got quite a depth here to fish, which is quite cool. I often put something on the end of these railings here, fish off the end of here. I've tried it in the harbour and stuff, over the winter, but can't seem to get any bites, but probably will in the summer. I would think we'd find some little bass and wrasse and that sort of stuff in there in the summer. Got a pilot boat now coming in. It's the boat that goes out and follows the ships in and out and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't actually see anything that's going to help me fish or make it any different, even though the tide's right down like that. If you look at these structures here, you can see where the high tide was, and it doesn't normally go that low. So it must be a extra low tide today. I do normally put a rod in this side that I don't talk about too much on the lives and the videos, and do try and catch down in these little structures down the side and stuff. But we haven't had much out there. I've had a couple of bites, that's about it. Sun's nice and warm, that's welcome. Alright, so let's go back down this end and have a look along the pier, shall we? Hi Mark, how you doing? Welcome to the live. So yeah, normally I try and fish along the edge of them rocks there. But on the high tide, on the low tide, it's normally just like the last 20% of them are normally still covered, and you always end up losing gear. So I'm not sure how far them rocks actually go into the water. I can imagine how much gear is sitting down there. Yeah, I've been to work, and I'm actually down in Lowestoft picking up some parts for the steam cleaner, because there's more water coming out of the hose than there is out of the guns and stuff at the moment. So I thought I'm an hour and a half away from home, so I might as well pop down the beach and show everyone what's going on. And I've been met by a really low tide, which is unusual for around here. So I thought it'd be interesting to have a little look and see what's what. We'll make up for the work later on. Yeah, it won't be a day out, it'll just be a bit of a wander here. I'll go past Gorleston on the way back as well, and we'll go for a wander there as well. I'll grab myself some lunch and then I can get back to the unit. You won't believe how many messages I get in the background saying, can you do this, can you do that? So I just try and fit in as much as I can, for as many people as I can. Let's go and have a look over. It's going to be a bit windy over here, but there's some interesting rocks and bays to look at, so let's go and have a look, shall we? So this bay down here where this lady and dog and that are playing on the high tide is completely full of water. As you can probably see down here, so they're starting to come back in. Yeah, that can be really good for bass in the summer months. And then you've got the pier down here. Sorry for the shaky footage, but that's all I can do today. This wasn't actually planned. I just thought, why not, while I'm here. Here's the other side of them rocks I was showing you from the other side there. Neap tides, that's it, that's what I was looking for, that word. How you doing, Neville? Yeah, they're very low, aren't they? Always interesting to see what you can see when the tides are like that. This is down the other side of the rocks, and there was a big bass caught here last year. £8 on the lure, which is quite a big bass really for around here. And then you've got all this to fish. You've got some people just fishing just a bit further down here. We won't disturb them, we'll just have a wander along. Got a little birdie on the wall here, but I don't think I'll stay there as I get towards it. Anyone know what it is? It's not that scared of me, but I think if I move a bit more, that probably will fly off. Let's attempt it, shall we? No, it's just going to run off down the wall. Quite cool, isn't it? See the old boat going out over there? It's an oyster catcher, is it? Oh, okay. This is what this side's like from down here on these rocks. I don't know if you've seen the video where I shouted I was trying to get a wrasse. I'd never had a wrasse before, never gone for them before. I come down here to target them and I got one. So I shouted out and everyone on the pier turned around looking at me. Fishing the dock, how you doing, mate? Turnstone. So we've got turnstone, oyster catcher. That's still right here. That's not scared of me. It's just walking down the wall with me. It doesn't want to fly off. I'll see a few of these about when I'm out and about. So I can fish all of this on my boat if I want to. If I put it out, you know, just fishing these marina bits and not actually out at sea, I think that'd be quite safe for me to do so. And no one does it. And there's no reason why there isn't anything out there. I've caught from the bank out there, so I know there's fish out there, but there's like places over there where you can go where you can't get to. You can't drive to them, they're all shut off. Little birdie's still with us. I'm sure it's just waiting for me. Some chaps over here fishing, like I say. They look like they're pretty cold. But then they haven't got the gear on or nothing, so it's quite cold. My hands are cold already. Mate just struck. I'll spin you around if the fish comes in. Oh, where's my little birdie friend? Oh, he's gone off down there now. That's what this all looks like from behind. We're walking out onto the pier now. You can probably see the boat now going out over there. Got an interesting structure over there you might want to see. I've tried to show you in the dark, but not in the daytime before, so I'll show you that. It's got like all cut out fish along the bottom and then a net full of fish. Something different, isn't it? And then there's the far end, this right hand top corner, where no one fishes because there's all snags out there. But I do, as you've seen on my videos. As long as you don't cast out, you can still fish there. You just have to plonk it over the edge. And the last time I done that, I actually had a codlin, which have been very scarce this year. That's what them rocks and stuff look like down the other end there. God, the water's so far down, I'm not used to that. That seems really strange. It's not normally right down like that. So I could see out in the distance big sandbanks that uncovered it, which isn't normally uncovered. But you wouldn't be casting that far, so it's not really going to help. But there's a few down here. You certainly wouldn't be casting that far either. But if you went across there on your boat and you didn't know they were there, you'd be in trouble today. Obviously, it's been a couple of people trying this end because there's all weed down on the floor here, which people have been reeling in by lots of things. So there's been a few people fishing it. Wonder what they've had. Oh yeah, there's loads here, look. So people have been fishing it. There's plenty of weed coming through then. That's not good. I'm thinking about doing a trip, but I don't want 10 ton of that. It's the last thing I want to be catching. Can't go any further. Used to be able to go in here and fish off the end and stuff, but not anymore. It's been a long time now. It's a shame really, because you can fish off the end and stuff, but just a waste really. No one uses that end, it's just fenced off. Oh, I've never seen that far down them steps before. Didn't actually know there was another set of steps past that flat bit of concrete there. So that's interesting. I've fished down the sides of these concrete blocks and stuff down the side of these steps and that, but never seemed to do a lot. But now I can see down there's a lot of slipper limpets and stuff on the concrete and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that'd be a good bait down the side of here. So these little things like that, just have to remember things like that, and next time you fish the area, be a good idea to bring mussels and stuff like that, them sort of baits. Because obviously if they're in the area, the fish are feeding on them things. What's down this side? Yeah, again, they're all the way along there. So yeah, we'll try that at some point. Come down here with the mussels and can't think off the top of my head what they're all called now, the shelled baits. Mine's gone blank. No, I'm not Gorleston, I'm on Lowestoft Pier. But I am going to Gorleston in a little while. Just doing this walk first. Wish we could get over there onto that side over there and fish off the other side of that and outwards, but again, it's been shut to the public. Like a lot of places now. Shame really, because it's just a complete waste. No one uses it for anything else. They just don't want you going in there because obviously the fish stocks and stuff are over there, and that's where all the boats come in. And yeah. So I've seen these chaps on the left here strike a couple of times, but they ain't brought anything up. Could be crabs, but I doubt it this time of year. I don't know what it looks like. They're using squid for bait. Cut up bits. You can see across down there, and in the distance you can see the old pier. It's a fairly nice day, as you can see, but it's still pretty cold. My hands are cold already. Squirrel Magnet, how you doing, mate? Welcome to Alive. Alright, so let's wander back down here. I'm not really sure. I didn't actually know that there was heron sheds. I don't actually know what's what down there. I have actually been into the fish stocks and stuff because I used to go down there and pick up all the baits and stuff fresh off the boats. Because we used to run a bait company, which we're going to get up and running again this year. But you got to get good suppliers and stuff before you want to be doing that, and that's what I've been doing in the background. You want your baits and stuff to be as fresh as possible, so when people use it they catch, basically. It's the scent in the baits, all the blood and all the stuff like that in the baits that catch the fish, the smell. And if they're not frozen quickly when they're caught, all of that is gone before they're frozen down, and then you put that bait out and there's nothing in it. It's just pointless. Don't get me wrong, you will still catch the odd fish and that, but you need them big scents to attract fish from a long distance. Right. You can see them sandbanks getting uncovered out there a lot more now. shame that wind's so cold. But like I said, I'm not in my fishing gear today, I'm just in normal clothes, like work clothes, which is not fishing gear. It doesn't keep you warm. Little wind turbines going around a little bit, shows there's a bit of wind. You can probably hear a little bit on the camera, so I'm sorry about that. $13 thumbs up, 21 people in. Hit the old thumbs up, everyone, please. Just helps everything in the search and stuff like that. It helps the channel. Oh, my finger's going to fall off. But I'm about to get back in the car and we're going to move on to the next place. I'm thinking down Lowestoft North Beach, down that area next, I think. What do you think? Whoops, sorry, what's that all about? Oh, sorry about Tasha, don't know what you're on about. Oh, right, get the keys out. Let's get back in the car. Hitting the thumbs up. Ah, no, that's fine. Oh. I just say it sometimes, obviously, if you've got like 25 people in and there's only 12 thumbs up, it's always good just to give a little reminder and ask everyone to hit it. It's not a problem, man. Oh, right. So I'm going to drive to the other end of Lowestoft now, and we're going to have a look down the North Beach end. See what we can find down that end. With the low tides being low, there's an old wall out there. You better see the wall better, hopefully, from where the old wall used to be before the promenade there is now. Yeah, if I'd have known the neat tides were about, I would have planned it a bit better. And we could have gone to all sorts of places, but we're still having a look and we're still going to find some stuff. It's still always good to have a wander. You can sort of see roughly what's going on here. This big old digger, there's a big hole in front of it. I don't know if they're mending the pylon underneath the pier or what they're actually doing. I'm trying to look, but the whole structure of the pier looks a bit dodgy, like they need to sort something out, which I think they are doing. I reckon the road give way, to be honest. Looks like it collapsed. And they're having to redo it, and they're putting metal in and they're going to have to reconcrete it. Oh, I'm just going to put the heaters on low, hope that won't blow you out. Just need to warm my hands back up. They're bright red because they're freezing. Seem to be everything I do at the moment is making me cold. Right, so on to the next destination then. see a fair few people just come in, so we're off down the other end of Lowestoft now. We're going to have a look down North Beach End, the promenade area, where the old wall used to be. See if we can see much of the wall now. It's a low tide like this, a neap tide. We're going to see a lot more than what we would normally. So let's get down there and see what we can find. So over the bridge, down to the right, work our way along. If you're still in there, Mick, you said you want to come down this way to fish. Where I'm now going is a good area to try. Bridge that we did look at when we were on the pier I just drove over. It's the one that lifts up. You can probably see on the sign in front of me all the different areas where we can go. So I've never fished anywhere past this bridge and down the river further, so might have to come over and try that at some point. Be a good spot in the springtime to come to. I hope the picture quality and stuff is good. Doing my best. Harder in this car because obviously that's all modified, so it's a bit lumpy in this car. So hopefully we're not bouncing around too much. Sort of the industrial other end of the industrial estate of the other end of Lowestoft. You can cut through here and get to the beach on most roads. I'll take you to a spot I actually took you to before. I've been there loads of times, so I never took the camera there before. There you have a little look down there. It's the most eastern point of Lowestoft. Of the east, obviously. We do fish up along the rocks and stuff in the summer and that quite often. But I haven't done on video yet. Trying to remember how to get through. Just got to find somewhere to park because there's not many places to park around here. Pretty sure you can park along here free. Oh. Right, let's get out again. Hope you're all alright in there. No one's saying much. I take it you're all watching Shane. Maybe he's had a fish. Just having a bit of the old Lucozade, keeping the energy up. Right, let's jump out again then. Put you back in the case again. Still good, Roger? We're now getting out and having a look down the beach down there. So bear with me. There's the big old turbine. Yeah, you're alright, Tasha, that's fine. Just making sure it's all still working. Not very often my chat go that quiet. It's normally someone saying something. So when it sort of goes quiet for a few minutes, I'll just make sure it's still going. Yeah, like I say, there's the big old turbine. And that is a big old turbine. When you're close up, I guess. I'll show you probably when I stop at the top of these steps in a sec. There we go. Plug-in charger, yeah. Keep you going for a while, won't it? It's actually a good spot up here to show you the whole area, which is why I come here. Along here, you've got rocks all the way along, but just a bit further down the other end there's just a little cutout, but you can just get down onto the top of the rocks, and in the summer I come and sit down on top of these rocks and I just fish over the edge, going for bass and flatfish and stuff like that. That's a lovely spot, but we'll take a wander up to the end of here and we'll go to the most eastern point that everyone talks about. NW, how you doing, mate? Boy, it's still hitting the rocks even though it's a really low tide. On a high tide here, on like a stormy day, like where all these stones have all been pushed up, the water hits these rocks and comes flying over top here and you get soaked. I'll show you one day when it's high tide, we're down this way. It's doing it a little bit now, but nothing compared to what it does on a big rough high tide. But you get the idea, you can see the water splashing up. No, stop doing it now. I was trying to stand there and show you it, but yeah, I'm okay, not bad. I'll just pop down to wee. Stranger, you just get a big rogue wave like that. Wee. That just come out of the middle of nowhere. How calm that was just then, and all of a sudden, bang, that come flying in. Stranger that happened. Does that in the middle of summer sometimes. You'd be sitting there in a lovely flat calm, and then before you know it, waves are coming crashing in. Happened to me down Trimlingham that night. I got down there and that's as calm as it could be. Within half an hour, the waves were coming over the top of the fence. It was unbelievable. Literally pushed me up a cliff. So you do have to be really careful, Stephen. Nitro Carp, how you doing, mate? Just having a little wander. There's the old turbine. Big old thing. Can't see no USB plug-in points though, Roger. I am looking. I've got a nice big 2-mile lead, so I can just walk along the beach with it. Quite loud when you're here and you're underneath them though. You can hear them clicking away and hear them putting the power in. Fishing tomorrow, are you? Where are you off to? Yeah, the rogue waves are just popping up from nowhere. You can hear them crashing in. Here come one. There we go, water over the edge of that on a low tide like that. We'll have a little climb on the rocks and go a bit further out, shall we? Are you off them rocks, am I? What are you after, pike? Let's go across the rocks a bit. This is what I normally do. I'll get onto the rocks like this, find somewhere sort of safe to sit in the summer. Somewhere along. I don't want to go and get soaked now, but I normally find a spot to sit where it's, you know, nice and warm day. Plonk right out down the side of the rocks, anywhere along here. Yeah, you do get a bit wet for a rough day, but you also do catch few fish, so it's worthwhile. Again, there's all slipper limpets and stuff on these rocks down here. Definitely telling me, whee, here it comes. Woohoo! Rogue waves I reckon the tide's just turned or something like that. There's a lot happening. I ain't going to go any further forward because I'll get soaked. I'm pretty close already, to be honest. Yeah, this is definitely a spot that I do fish, but I ain't shown you yet. But I've got literally hundreds of them. Channel's only a year old. Whee! I'm going to get back because I'm going to get wet. Yeah, channel's only a year old. I've got a lot more to show you as yet. I've got hundreds and hundreds of spots that I go to. It's literally going to take me years to show you them all, which is good. Wish I'd have started this 20 years ago. I'd have had all sorts of stuff on here. Right, them waves are definitely getting bigger. Here comes a good one. On a nice calm day like this, you just get these rogue big waves. What do we do? Do we stay up the top here, or do we take a chance and go down there and walk along the bit that's normally covered in water? Normally you can't walk down there. And get a chance, I think. I don't think the water's going to come up and over there in the time I'm going to walk along there. Oh, bear with me. Oh. Just get down. Oh, slippery. Water's definitely been on here. But then I expected that. Wish that sun would stay out. It's quite nice and warm with that sun. Otherwise that wind's a bit chilly. Quite a cold wind. Roxham's not dead. What are you on about? I saw a pike landed myself, sat right next to me yesterday evening. It's always pike at Roxham at this time of year. But I was literally there. If you look at my video from last night, not Stephen next to me, but the chap next to him landed a pike, and I was talking about it on the video, and he wasn't even going for pike. There's a fair few people out for a walk. If you look into the distance down that way, it's getting quite misty and foggy actually. That's why it's cold. Got this cold air coming in. Normally all this what I'm standing on, all this lot here, is is all absolutely soaked. Because we've got this big low neap tide, we've got the chance to walk out on it. I'm going to be careful because the tide is coming up. Whoa. I don't want to go over, but I'm going to try and walk on it. But it's seriously slippery. Cool. Gonna have water either side of me when I walk along here, which is a bit dodgy, but this is what I was looking at on the rocks. There's loads of these, absolutely loads of them. And surely the fish are eating them because they're all over the place. I mean, I could, if I had enough with me, I could pull off a load of them and use them as bait, which we'll try another day. Oh, water splashing around me. Taking a bit of a chance there. Whee! You off, getting ready to go off out here, Stephen? You going soon? Whee! I'm going to get wet if I'm not careful. Things I do for the camera. Roxon will produce. I've seen loads of pike coming out there lately. You just got to be there with the bait at the right time, and you'll get one. That nearly went over my head. Tea first, nice one. I hope you get the idea because I can't stand here too long. It's just going to absolutely soak me, which will spoil the rest of me walk. But I'll be on here at some point. Let me get back and show you what I'm actually standing on without slipping over. If I had my gear on, I wouldn't care less if waves are coming over the top and going over my suit, but normally this is covered in water. Look how slippery this stuff is. It's unbelievable. It's like ice. But I was standing on there. On the right tides, I used to be able to go out on that post there and fish out there, but can't get much wetter. Cheers. It's nice to have to be able to look around these areas on the neap tides because they're normally underwater even on low tide. Just trying to see what I can see. This red stone and this red rock. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's making me jump now because it's coming in quite quick. I was going to walk across these rocks and stuff over here, but I don't think I'll get across without getting wet. I think my best thing to do would be climb back up onto the top of here. If I can. Further down here. Whee! It's very slippery. Climb back up. That's the most easterly point that everyone talks about. Sounds good, Stephen. You never know, mate. The only way to find out is to get down there with some big baits and feed it up. You got all that ground bait left. If it was me and I was just targeting bream and what to do, that sort of thing, I would get down there and I'd put like 10 balls of ground bait out, big balls, feed a spot up and see if you can get them actually properly going. That's what I normally do in the summer months. I'll do like 10 big balls, feed them right up, normally get them feeding. Oh, I'm going to really test my luck now and walk along here. Try not to fall over. Trouble is I've got my Nikes on, so the bottoms are not very grippy. On this green stuff, I don't really... Well, I don't grip at all. Hence why I'm walking like a little girl. So I want to get to the end of this little pier for you. Your knees playing up. Use the other one then. Just take it easy. Put your feet up for a night. It's not going to hurt one night. It's not going to hurt you. You need a rest. Because if you come with me, what I've got planned, you're going to need to rest your knees a bit. Well, I'm coming out here. If a big wave comes up and over this, I'm in trouble. I'm going to get soaked. But I'm going to chance it just to the end, just for a second. I have fished off the end of this before. And I've actually caught codling. As you can probably see, we're quite a way out. That's a little pier that's normally underwater most of the time. Even on the low tide, the water's normally splashing over the top of it. But today, with this neap tide, it's right down. I say it's right down, it's now coming back in, but if you can stand on here, which is pretty hard, because they're so slippery. Oh look, remember them little birds from the other pier? There's about 30 of them standing next to me here. Loads of them. Right, yeah, as I was trying to show you, this is the end of this little pier. You get some funny old currents on the end of here, but we're quite a way out, as you can probably see. There's the big old turbine you were looking at. This is the bit where a wave goes straight over the back of my head, you watch. Yeah, in the summer this is a lovely spot to sort of stand here and just tap it out there. And you do catch a few fish. And I'll bring you down here at some point and we'll have a go. Turnstones, are they? Okay. Got a boat out here racing about. Wouldn't mind that for a fishing boat. Look at that. Don't know why you can see that. Let's have a zoom, shall we? That'd do us for a fishing boat, wouldn't it? Little cubby at the front. And all that bit out the back to fish out. Lovely. It's launching along, I know that. It's got twin whatever's on the back. Probably 125, something like that. And there's a little speedboat behind him. And that's shifting as well, to be honest. Look like they're having fun. Sorry, I'm looking at the sky for you there, aren't I? Oh. If I sound a bit jittery or whatever, it's because I'm freezing. I've just got normal clothes on. Yeah, anywhere along here can be fished. You just have to be careful because the old wall's all the way along here. Which will go right down the other end there, where you can't really see at the moment. Check it out in a little while and I'll show you all the old wall, hopefully sticking out. I'm gonna work my way back because, as you can probably see, the water's now coming over the edge of the pier. Each big wave that comes in, it's now covering the pier behind me. Which is not good. Whee, look at this, look. So I think that's a good time to get through. Otherwise I'm going to get blocked off and get soaked. Whoa, that's already deep for a pair of trainers. Quick, 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 quick. Things I do, eh? All part of the fun, though. I love it, really. Whoa. Yeah, I'm just seeing these limpets absolutely everywhere. They're all over these rocks. They're literally all over this pier. This whole pier is covered in them. Absolutely loads of them. So yeah, we definitely need to be coming down with a blunt knife and getting a few of them off and digging out the meat out of them and fishing with that, I think. I'll definitely make that a video. I think that will work. I'll obviously bring some other baits with me as well, but I'll put that out on one rod and we'll just see how we get on. We've obviously got other things like razor fish and stuff like that as well. That should work good. But I just think because there's so many of these about, they must get washed off in the storms and stuff and the fish must eat them, surely. Hello again, any Tigger, you back again? You just missed all the fun, I just went right out there. You can't normally go out there on a low tide. But this is a neap tide today, so I got to go out there. But I had to be careful because I was getting cut off. The waves are coming over both sides. So I had to be careful. How you doing, Sam? And I've also been up there and walked away all the way along the rocks down the other end there. We've been looking at the windmill. So feel free to go back a bit and see what we've been looking at. There's a couple of recent stuff on here which is not so good. Sort of say some of these places are not places that you play on. It's quite easy to fall in, bang your head on one of these rocks and you're in big trouble. So if you do go to any of these sort of areas, be very careful. Right. Whee. I'm just climbing my way through the bars and stuff. Just have a wander to the end of here and see what's happening down here. There's a lot of people walking up and down the beach, down the far end. I think they're all probably checking out the wall. But we need to get back to the car because where we want to go is a few miles away to have a look at it. But we'll still walk along here first, see what we can find at the end of here, because there's a bit where it goes round and to the left, a bit further up here. That big noise in the background is there's a load of lorries all parked up and they've got the refrigerators going. So I can't really do much about that. But I'm only going to walk to the end of here and have a look over the edge. Then we'll go back to the car and we'll drive a few miles that way. We'll have a look down North Beach. And I can see sort of Gorleston in the distance, but it's very misty, so I'll take it as a misty fog coming in. Loads more of them birds everywhere. That's all I keep seeing now is these little birds. They seem to be all over the place. There's loads of them, they're literally all over the place. They obviously like being on the edge of the beach. That's where I see them all the time now. No matter what beach I go to, there's always lots of them. They're obviously doing okay. I think a lot of these red rocks and stuff are all new rocks, because I don't remember seeing any red rocks down here before. The black ones were here, but I'm pretty sure all this lot along here weren't here. But with all them big tides and that we've had lately. Yeah, some lorries over there make a lot of noise. There's nothing I can do about it. Sorry about that. Oh, I can see the old wall all sort of sticking out down here, so you'll be able to see some of it. Which should be quite interesting to see. Because that's where we're walking. It's in the water basically when you get around the corner here. That used to be the promenade. I think that's what everyone's looking at because there's such a low tide and you actually get to see it. Which is not normal. They're coming up. Some of these waves are rolling in now. It's all wet where I'm standing, so I've got to be careful because I don't want to be getting wave over my head. Just scared a load more of them little birds off. So if you look down in front of me here, and then all the way as far as you can see, that's the old wall. That's where you used to be able to, the old prom pretty much, where you used to be able to walk along. And that's now right up there. Literally have to go up, and if you can see that lady walking, it's the other side of that wall you can see there. So the water's coming quite a way, because this is low tide, don't forget. The water touches the top of there, normally on the high tide, over the top of all these rocks. And yeah, as you can see, that wall goes all the way down there as far as you can see. But what we'll do is we'll drive to the other end of that wall, and we'll have a look down the other end, and we'll see if we can see more of it, because there's more of the wall left, if that makes sense. There's a higher, more of the wall, and the prom left down the other end. But yeah, I thought I'd be sticking out on a low tide like this. This could be a nice spot to come at some point as well. I've never fished off this corner before, but it looks good. Looks like you might get wet on a high tide, but a little bit of water's not going to hurt anyone. I definitely like the look of it though. I think we'll have to come down here and give this a go. I like this little spot. We've got a railing here. Soon put a rod on there, or we could put a rod rest up. We could fish this whole bay, which looks quite nice. So yeah, it's another one to put on the phone list of places to visit. It's crazy, really. If you saw my list, you wouldn't believe it. It's never ending. That just goes on and on and on. New spots going on there all the time. I honestly think even in 5 years' time, I won't get to the end of that list, because that list keeps growing every week. But it's good for you lot, lots for you to see. Lots of opportunities to chat, catch more fish, and have some fun. Can't always be going to work every day and just spending all our life at work, can we? We've got to do some other stuff. More of them little birdies. They're all coming out of the rocks and stuff. They must eat all the stuff that comes up there at high tide. Loads of them. Groups of like 10 of them, just sort of here, there and everywhere. I was only fishing last night, Brendan. What are you on about? Come on. I'm meant to be at work. You should think yourself lucky I'm out anyway. I had to come to Lowestoft to get some parts. That's why I'm down here, but I thought I'd just give everyone a little wander at low tide. Don't you think I do enough fishing per week, per month? I must do 3 to 4 sessions a week. I've even done more than what you've been seeing, because I've got videos in the background I've got to put up. And just the lives that you see, I've got videos going on as well. I think I've got 2 now being uploaded as we speak, and I'll be putting on fairly soon. We can't fish every day. Once the weather get a bit warmer and the days get a bit longer, it might get a bit easier for me, because I can get out at different hours. I can still work and get out at different hours, either before work or after work, and it'll still be light, so I'll be able to do even more than what I'm doing now. But for me to do this more than what I'm doing, really, I'd need to be a registered fisherman pretty much and do it for work. Because otherwise that's taking me away from my actual job, and I'd need to get a lot more views. Not that I'm complaining, I get plenty anyway, but I'd need to like triple my subscribers and get a lot more views and get more stuff happening on the channel. But YouTube like and stuff, you have to just build up slowly, like I'm doing, and you get there when you get there. If you ever do. They don't pay you a lot, I can tell you that much. I get, on a good month, I'll get £25, which won't even cover my fuel for today to drive to Lowestoft and back. So I'm going to go Lowestoft Gorleston and all along, but I am in a juicy car today. My little toy. Got a plane going up here, look, better be careful you don't get caught in the propellers of the wind turbine. It's 2:30, so we need to get a bit of a move on, because we've got to use as much daylight as we can when we get down the other end. Like I say, once we've done North Beach and the other end there, we've got Gorleston to have a look at as well. We can always go through Gorleston on the way back as well. The wind's picking up a lot now, it's getting quite windy. So sorry if it's windy on the camera. I ain't got my mics and stuff with me at the moment, because like I say, this weren't really planned. Waves are definitely picking up down here now, so the tide's on its way in for sure. Yeah, you can see the water splashing right over the rocks now. And that windmill is absolutely flying around now. That's how much the wind's picked up. It's right on my face as well. So hopefully you're not getting loads of it. I'm trying to shield you with my hand. So let me know if it's too windy and noisy. Can you hear the noise of that wind turbine? They're quite loud when you walk past them like this, when you're literally right next to them. Oh, Sid Cup, how you doing, mate? You missed all the fun, me walking out on piers and stuff. Is that Goliath? Oh, it's definitely cold, that wind. That's pretty big. That's what you mean. Make you dizzy if you just stand there staring at it. These people who work in this building here have got a lovely view though, haven't they? Sitting there at their computers looking out at the sea all day. Wouldn't get much work done, would you? Be staring out there all day. You can probably see over there, these waves are building up a lot bigger now compared to when we were up here earlier. They'll soon be hitting these rocks and coming up over the top here. Let's watch this one come in and see what it does, shall we? They're breaking up before they get to the rocks at the moment. But as you can see, they're still coming up and over. But this is low tide, so you can imagine what it's like when it's 3 times the depth. Lovely. Right, let's get back down into the car and get down that other end where we can still see, because that should be interesting to see that wall and whatever else is going on down there today. That's it, sitting there, desk saying fish on, Roger. Spot on, mate. If they're up atop there, they could even put some rods out, look, cast out, put a rod on them railings. It's a long way to drag a fish up, but they could fish. There's people in there, look, you can see the lights and stuff and that are on. That's been used, it's not a derelict building. There is people in there, I can see all screens and stuff. There's people doing things. Don't know if you saw that, but the waves come straight over the top of the rocks then. But yeah, it's not even a rough day really, and they're coming over at low tide. I don't know how far you can see down there, but when I get to the top of these steps, there's some people down at the spot I was talking about, I think. Don't think they're fishing there. They might be. They might just be staying up. Oh, I've just had to swap arms for a minute because I'm getting arm ache. Right down there where them people are, which is literally half a mile away, is where I fish, where that little cutout bit is. They're not, they're just walking their dog, but I thought that's what they were doing. I thought they might have been setting up. Right, car's over there, so let's get back in the car and get to the next destination. Jeep Air's got some interesting lights on the front. It actually covers over the top of the lights, but Oh, right, let's jump back in. I'm going to take you out of the case again. Well, I need to anyway, because I need to charge you up a little bit before we get to the next one, because they keep warning me that we're getting low on power. So let me get you out. Bear with me for a sec. Oh, and like ice. Oh, right, off to the next destination then. Hope you're enjoying the little wander about. It's fun to play in the rocks, but I'd rather do it in the summer when it's a lot warmer. Oh, it's not the best place to leave your car overnight if you're fishing on the beach, but there is some other places. If you look further down where that lorry's now coming across, there's some proper car parks down there where you can park. Depends if you want to walk from where you're going to fish from. That's why I had the fishing car. Not too worried about the condition of the fishing car, it's just to get me there, do my sessions and get me home again. I also use it for towing my big trailer when I'm picking up cars and stuff like that. Getting rid of scrap and anything else I need to do, moving stuff about. Oh, I can hardly talk properly, as you can probably hear. It's pretty cold in your normal clothes. Hopefully I've got 5 minutes with a bit of heater on before we get to the next destination. So we need to charge up a little bit anyway, which we're doing while we're talking and going along. Anyone else been down here and walked along there before? Wondering why Miss Waterside's not about, she's struggling with her shoulders at the moment. She can't sleep at night, can't get in the right position, so just keep her awake. So she's probably finally getting a little break, getting a little bit of rest. She might be hanging around in the background, but I haven't seen her. Where I am now, just to the left and right here, just on the left here, John Wilson had a fishing shop. You must know who John Wilson is, most of you. That's where his first tackle shop was. That's the late John Wilson, that is. Trying to get some warmth back in me. I don't want to blast the heaters too much so you can't hear a word I'm saying. Getting quite dull really for the time of day. Shouldn't be dull yet, it's only 2:30. next spot quicker than I can fall out, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Sorry about the bumpy road here. Right, so we're heading towards the water again. Just in the end of this road. There's the sea again. We're up top of the cliffs at the moment, but we'll work our way along. Go down the cliff. We'll park up and we'll get out. And we'll see what's happening down the bottom there. These houses to the left of me have got a lovely view of just seeing the sea. Some of them have got balconies on the front and stuff, and they can just sit out there. Beer or a glass of wine, meal, it must be lovely. You don't want much more when you're getting in your older days, do you? Got a few ships out in the channel. I think the dredging boat's out there as well. We're now getting to the bit where we start going down the cliff. You can probably see. Ooh, temporary road surface, they took the surface off. Oh, I hope it... Sorry about the signal, everyone. I don't know why it went off here, don't normally go off here. I'll just wait for everyone to find me again. No point me showing you stuff if you're not there to see it. Back again, yeah, I lost signal just coming down the cliffs there. I was a bit too close to the cliffs. And that dropped me signal. Just waiting for everyone to get back in, Brendan, and then I'll go over the edge and we'll have a look at the wall, see what's happening. Still there, Roger? Nice one. Just going to give it a couple of minutes for everyone to get back in, because we've gone back down to 11 and we had, I think, 28 a minute ago. We lost signal, so they've got to find it again. But yeah, I think they're resurfacing the car park where you normally park. But all along this bit where the good fishing is, I can't see anyone. Still there, Stephen? Tash is still there. Oh, right then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my power pack in the car this time, and that can be on charge ready for the next bit while I'm showing you this bit. Right, Andy Tigger's looking, he knows where I am, and we need to be coming down here fairly soon, I reckon, and having a go. It's going to be fairly quick walk along this bit because the camera's telling me I ain't got enough power in it to keep going. It keeps saying 10%, so I'll do my best to just show you along this bit here, along the old wall, and then we'll jump back in and we'll go down to Gorleston. But we should have some extra power in a little bit. Oh, actually, I can't let it charge them while I'm not in the car by those things. So I'll put you back in the case. Put you back in the case. Signal everyone, there's not much I can do. I'm doing my best to get back, and that's the old wall, all exposed out of the water, and on the high tide, and into all of that. Obviously, there's a pillar bob, you call them there, where they used to shoot out the sides. So that's pretty cool. Wow, Brendan, thanks very much for that. Really appreciate that. Weren't expecting anything like that. Cheers, matey. Thanks very much. That really helps the channel, helps with fill, baits, and everything else. Enjoy having you around. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, this old wall is, as you all probably know, or a lot of you know, is always underwater. Pretty cool to see, actually. This is why I never fish off the top of here, because every time you reel in, if you see the wall in front of me, and then if you look a little bit further, you can see the other wall as well. There's actually two parts of it. There's the wall and the old prom. If you look all the way along, you can see it all the way down. And the only times you can fish here, basically, would be now, when you're the other side of the wall. But obviously normally on the low tide. So we'll go down here a little bit and see if we can see a bit more. I would normally go down onto the beach and that, but so I ain't got a lot of power left in the camera. So I'm trying to show you this bit as quick as I can. But so you can, you know, get a bit of value out of it as well. I need trying to hold a signal as well, which has been a pain. But yeah, pretty much you can't really fish all the way along here. There aren't many gaps. You could probably get, I don't know how well you can see that. There's a yellow fishing boat out there. Not a nice boat. Why aren't you going to see this bit, Roger? You should be able to see it. Are you all telling me you can't see anything? We've got no signal. So I look alright at my end. The little counter's all going down and stuff. But let me know in the comments and I'll go back to the car and we'll move. Tasha can see me. Jay can see. It sounded like that's someone else's other end, so they just shut it down and come back in again. But I'll walk back towards the car if you're not seeing too much. You got the idea. I want to show you the old wall, and that's what you can see all the way along here. Look. I was going to walk right down to there, but the further I go, the more I keep losing signal, so I can't really show the whole wall, which is a shame because I wanted to try and find some gaps in it to fish. Because no one fishes along all of this bit because of that wall. If I could find a gap in that wall where I slow down and there's a gap between it, and I can film it so I know where it is. Well, it was the only way to get a signal, and that's working. There's the old wall all the way along there. Look. Hopefully I'm not going to get wet feet, but if I do, I do. Right, I'm gonna the water to that hill. Don't know why we lose the signal. We don't normally lose signal around here. It's been a right pain. If you can hear me, I'm on my way to Gorleston, and I'll speak to you again when I get down there. Hello again, Roger. How you doing? What I was trying to say is I went down to the wall in the water and the pillar box and tried to show everyone a close up, you know, actually inside it. And my signal went, and that was it. I couldn't get it back. So I worked out I had to go back to the car and start moving again, which is what I've done. What I'll do is I'll do a video of the inside of that another day. And we'll share another day if I get a low enough tide to go in there again. Shame really we can't fish any of that beach, but that wall is just all the way along there. Well, they're leaving it there obviously because there's a good sea defence, isn't it? Otherwise they would have lifted it out, wouldn't they? Shame really that, because people would swim and stuff there, but you can't swim around all that. There's all metal and all sorts in there. How the wall was constructed. I'm working my way along Corton, Hopton, all them sort of areas at the moment. We'll go to them beaches more towards the summer. I'll show you some more, more stuff to see and stuff. I might come and fish Corton at some point fairly soon. I normally do okay down there. I've got videos on the channel with quite a lot of stuff caught down them places. It's one of my sort of favourite places to fish when the tide's not running too fast and it's not too weedy. There's an old ruins here. I could go and have a little look around. I'm not sure what that is. It's an old church by the looks of things. So what are we thinking then, Gorleston, then? What do you want to see down there? Should we have a look along the river and then walk along up here? Stephen's bus ahead. Give us a wave, Stephen. Playing with his maggots, is he? Not far to go now, it's not far up the road here. Just wondering whether to do a bit of the beach and then go up and down the pier and a bit of the river. Not really in the beach, or Gorleston Beach. We've got like the wreck end down to the right, where there's a shipwreck out about 200 yards, but you can see it. Sticks out the top. That'd be interesting to have a look actually, because that could be sticking out quite a lot today. Yeah, I can take you down that end. We'll have a look at that end first, and then we'll go down the far end and have a look along that end of the beach and round to the pier and that. And then I'll probably be running out of light. That's the only trouble. Quite happy to show people places, but obviously if it gets dark it won't be as good. Shipwreck end first. Let you have a look. Road's so rough you'd think in the posh area like this road would be lovely and smooth, but it's been redone as you can see, but it's still bumpy. I don't know what's up with the signal today, but along here, see the car park to the left. Well, that gate on the front of that car park shuts at 6 o'clock at night. Plus, you have to pay to stay in it. But down the bottom here, where I'm there going, there's no yellow lines either side, and you can park here. No one does, but you know, you can't get done for parking here or anything. That's all free parking, pretty much. Right. Normal stuff, get you in the other case. Got a nice posh house right here. you can see. Lovely. Hopefully I've got a few people still watching me. It's gone a bit quiet in the chat. I think I lost most people when we lost signal up the other end. Oh, it's a lot colder here. Why we keep losing signal, that's a pain. We're basically parked over there like that. And so you can park all the way along here to the end of that road there. But there is a car park there. It gets locked, which is not much good if you're trying to fish down here and go home late at night. So I can see the wreck, but it's not really very uncovered, but the tide's on its way in now, it's the trouble. If you look out there, yep, I know, Stephen. I said thank you very much to all that. I went on screen and said thank you as well. Yeah, this is a spot that not too many people fish. There's a few people that fish the wreck. That buoy out there is just marking where it is. The red buoy. You can fish all the way along this beach here. The further you go down, you end up in Hopton and places like that. But this, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll walk to the end of these railings because this will be quite interesting. What I'm thinking, I've got a motorbike coming down the path here. I don't know what earth is going on about. Trials bike. This little bay here, what can you tell me about this bay, everybody? Anything you know about it? Anything you recognise? I'll give you a minute or so to think about it. So what's this bay all about? What does this mean to the channel? Not a lot. Well, I'll tell you what it was. This is where I done my very first video on the channel. That's exactly right. Yeah, go for it, Brendan. Sorry about losing the old signal. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks very much. That helps a lot. I know a lot of the bigger channels and that get a lot of super chats and get donations in PayPal and that, and they get to tour all over the place, but I'm not that as big as them yet. People like Fish Hunter and stuff like that. But when I get a bit bigger, I'll be able to do some bigger tours and go much further places. Obviously at the moment when I have to take time off work and that, I don't earn any money. And I can't keep paying the bills and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the very first place where I've done the video, the Gorleston video on my channel. The very first video I done. And you'll see me along here at some point again soon. Fish all the way along here, and in the distance down there, there's the pier. It's all fishable. And don't know why, but no one fishes that beach down that end from pretty much from where I'm standing all the way along here. I know it's shallow, but surely shallow means bass. I'm not going to do the walk all the way from here right down to the end of the pier because that'll take about an hour. So we'll go back up to the car. Don't know what all this signal messing about is. It's basically what I got up here. There's all nice houses all the way along the front. For a mile or so all the way down the road there. Right, let's jump back in the car. And then we'll go down the sort of beachy pier end. There's a chap over there on his motorbike. Don't know why he's riding out along the beach. That's a trials bike. But it's up to him, innit? Mr. Robert Lawson, how you doing? You missed me just walking all the way around Lowestoft. I've just done a tour around the whole of Lowestoft Beach, Pier, North Beach, the easterly point where the rocks are. Been all the way along your bit. I'm now down Gorleston Wreck, and I'm now going down to Gorleston Pier. That's alright, Robert. If you want to have a look and see me little tour, you can always go back and watch it from the beginning. It's been quite good fun. Been able to get out to spots that I can't normally get to when it's normal tides, but obviously we've got neap tides today, so we could go a lot further out. I've got to walk out on the little piers, the old concrete ones. I've seen the old wall down North Beach End. A lot of it's all sticking out of the water, so I got to see a bit of that. It's quite cool. Bottom of the cliffs. Now I'm at Gorleston at the moment. Right, bear with me everyone, I'm just gonna do a reboot on this and see if I can stop it from keep losing the signal. It'll only be a minute or so.